Happy Pride Month, everybody. With today's book talk, I want to highlight It Sounds Like This by Anna Meriano as a wonderfully representative book for characters with diverse identities and orientations. The story centers around Yasmín Treviño, a high school sophomore who is ambitiously trying to impress future college admissions boards by earning first chair in the flute section of her high school marching band. Doing so will put her in rivalry with her best friend, Sophia, who is in charge of the flute section. Trouble rears its head in the form of an anonymous gossip Instagram account which harasses members of the marching band. After someone posts a video of a particularly nasty incident, Yasmín reports the site. The video in question catches the entire low brass section of the band illegally drinking alcohol, and as a result, everyone in the low brass section is suspended from marching band. The backlash against Yasmín is absolutely brutal. The harassing gossip account dubs her Hurricane Yasmín, directly in reference to a destructive hurricane that ruined band season during Yasmín's freshman year and just made it all the more important to her that she excel while a sophomore. Marching band can't function without a low brass section, so Yasmín volunteers to join a hastily assembled section made up of students who, like Yasmín, have never before played lower-pitched brass instruments. Yasmín finds herself wrestling with an ancient, enormous tuba, and also with having to motivate her section leader, Bloom, who speaks in painfully shy mumbling. One of the things I really liked about this book is the way that the seeming catastrophe really allowed Yasmín to utilize her gifts in ways that were wasted in the flute section. Her best friend, Sophia, resented Yasmín's efforts, but Bloom is aware of his weaknesses as a leader, and he welcomes Yasmín's organizational and people-motivating abilities. Another thing I really appreciate about this book is, like I mentioned earlier, the representation and visibility it offers for different orientations and identities. Yasmín's older sibling, Ellen, is non-binary, and author Anna Meriano wrote a book centered around Ellen that loosely retells Cinderella. That book is titled This Is How We Fly, and I'm putting it on my list of books to read. Yasmín has feelings that she describes as a crush toward drum major Gilberto Reyes. But Yasmín is comfortable with the fact that she is not dating anyone, and she really devotes time to examining and to questioning her feelings. Bloom identifies himself as aromantic and asexual, and Lee, a transmasculine bandmate of Yasmín's, is dealing with the trauma from earlier transphobic bullying. One of the most rewarding moments in this book is when Lee feels supported and safe enough to add his number to a group text. You really get a feel for how hard it is for him, but just so rewarding to see him letting that barrier fall. One area where I found concern was Yasmín's frequent references to toxic masculinity. To be sure, there are harmful, even toxic attitudes and behaviors, but they are not exclusive to men and boys. Women and girls can exhibit toxic attitudes and behaviors too. One of the most toxic relationships in this book is between Yasmín and Sophia. And I don't think Sophia's jealousy and spitefulness can be blamed on her boyfriend Andy. Sophia and Andy are each responsible for their own bad behavior and attitudes. just as Yasmín is responsible for the ways that she contributes to the toxic relationship. It Sounds Like This will be published on August 2nd, 2022 by Penguin Young Readers Group, Viking Books for Young Readers. I received a digital ARC of this book through Penguin Classroom's Read with Pride invitation, fulfilled through the NetGalley platform.